It all started with this group of Russian scouts. APCs and tanks were given the task of conducting combat reconnaissance. The APC breaks through to the front. It's right here. The tank fails to pull off the same trick. It explodes on the mines. The infantry dismount from the APC and jump into one of the AFU dugouts. The Ukrainians manage to regroup in time. Meanwhile, the tankers leave the damaged tank. The column is paralyzed. The tank is engulfed in flames, and the APC near the forest is hit by artillery. A firefight breaks out between Russian assault troops and Ukrainian soldiers.
Turning losses into gains, I'm the boss of making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous. But I don't want that shit fame. No, I'm not that vain. I just wanna be
Meanwhile,
famous.
part of the convoy decides to retreat. They take a different road and end up in a mined area. The reconnaissance group is destroyed. The tanks and the APCs are also destroyed. Here, the battle in the trench continues. The Ukrainians call for reinforcements, and Bradleys come to their aid.
Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after
Meanwhile,
it.
a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a huge column of Russian equipment. The coordinates are transmitted to the nearest artillery battery, which opens fire.
I'm gonna take shots if I miss off, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing.
The artillery
I'll regret it.
uses
I'm always
cluster
learning.
munitions.
You could call me
This proves to be
academic, I'm
effective.
always working.
One of the enemy
Never been
tanks is hit.
apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic.
The Bradleys and the assault group arrive at the positions under attack by the enemy. The infantry dismount and move in to help. The Bradley covers them with fire. Most of the enemy forces are already close to the Ukrainian defense line. Here, we see that the Russians, instead of the usual tanks with anti-mine trawls, begin to use APCs to clear the way. This ends badly for the latter. The mines create difficulties and slow down the enemy's advance, allowing the AFU artillery to deliver accurate strikes. The battle in the trench continues. Now, the main task is not to let the Ukrainian soldiers corner themselves and to save ammunition.
Джокер, максимально вправо рухайся, я тримаю бліндаж!
Grenades are being used. A Bradley, who brought reinforcements, is supporting the defense. The enemy attacks the Bradley with an RPG, but to no avail. The armored vehicle is on the move. It continues its combat work. A reconnaissance drone detects an enemy column approaching from the other flank. One of the Russian soldiers notices the drone and opens fire. Watch how the Russian tanks begin moving around. They are complicating their maneuvers to confuse the AFU. The first Russian tank appear in the field of vision of the Ukrainian infantry group. The soldiers realize that they are surrounded. The enemy tank begins to break down the defenses.
Ми в оточенні, по нас їбашать танками! По нас танками їбашать, Гриш, по нас танками їбашать!
But in order to capture the AFU positions, Russian troops will have to overcome more than one forest belt and minefield. The first tank is stopped. The second tank makes another attempt. Unsuccessfully. The AFU artillery immediately attacks the stalled armored vehicles. By this time, there are already dozens of FPV drones in the Ukrainian sky. Some of them are sent to support the surrounded infantry. Others to stop the advancing enemy. One of the Ukrainian soldiers decides to counterattack and goes first.
Стоп! Між нами підери!
Я понял. Не йди сам. Я бачу, я умний.
Аль-Каїда, блядь, там пішов. Вони лівіше, десь на 11. Ну звідти голосачі.
Later, they report by radio that an attack is not an option, as there are too many enemies.
Be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, nah, unlikely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded.
The enemy is trying to outflank and press in from all sides.
In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO,
Meanwhile,
I've been
a
running
large
shit
column,
crazy.
having passed all previous
And I ain't
minefields,
playing games, I
reaches
create
the
my
final
own lane,
section.
making pleasure out of pain,
They deploy smoke screens and various other tricks to advance even further. Here, the Russian tanks and APCs find themselves in a vulnerable position, and the Ukrainian infantry, which they have failed to suppress, open fire with anti-tank guided missiles. One of the tanks clears the road of mines. This hit will probably be key in the battle. Here are the first positions of the AFU. An APC previously hit by an anti-tank missile system blocks the movement of the column, which simplifies the work of the Ukrainian artillery. One of the APCs attempts to drive around the obstacle and immediately hits a mine.
I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a
Russian
loss,
armored
well, I'll
personnel
admit.
carriers
That's why
are
I'll
under
make it to the
constant
top,
heavy
yeah,
fire.
I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's
In a
only
panic,
1%. I'm
another
gonna take
APC
shots. If I
repeats the
miss,
attempt
I'll
to
forget
break
it. I'll
through,
take a fat
but
loss
it is
just to learn
impossible.
all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to
Part of the
fall and
convoy
get it. I'm
turns
getting
around
back
and
up.
retreats.
Always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up. I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning.
stopped
You could call me
APCs
academic.
explode.
I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs a antiseptic.
By this point, the enemy infantry manages to pin down the Ukrainian soldiers. Some have already been wounded. The situation seems hopeless. One of the wounded soldiers suggests leaving him behind, so as to not slow down the group and give them some time to retreat.
Тримай.
The commander contacts the command post and receives orders to conserve ammunition, as well as to hold their ground. Bradley are already moving forward to evacuate the soldiers. The Russian troops, however, are regrouping. They prepare a flank attack. Gathering in a column, the second wave begins. One of the armored personnel carriers hits a mine. A tank tries to drive around it and also explodes. There are only 2 targets left in the field. By this point, the evacuation group is approaching the Ukrainians. The commander forms the first group. One of the Bradleys approaches the position. They need to act quickly. There is too little time. The soldiers load into the armored vehicle.
Давай, давай!
The Bradley retreats. They manage to break out of the complete encirclement.
Потрібно, щоб його одразу забрали медики.
All that remains is to thwart the last Russian attempt to break through. Instead of retreating, the APC launches an attack, fails to notice the mines, and drives over them. Leopard tanks also take an active part in repelling the attack. They have been supporting the infantry from the very beginning of the assault, working from a distance. The Russian command throws its last forces into the battle, but it all ends as soon as the group reaches the minefield. This is how the Russian assault ends. Russia deployed 2 brigades and more than 100 pieces of equipment, but failed to achieve its objective during the assault. The result? Dozens of destroyed tanks and APCs.
Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain,